Hey everybody, June 10th, 2017. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time and thinking about what I was going to say to you and thinking about how I was going to even start this chain of events that's about to happen in this giant series of vlogs and this journey. I've been putting it off, and you know what, here goes nothing. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Taylor. I'm 22 years old. I just turned 22 in April. And right now I am in Biddeford, Maine. I'm right on the coast. It's a beautiful day. It's 75 degrees and it's gorgeous. And so I decided that today is going to be ground zero. It is going to be the start of what is going to be an incredible trip. And here's what I mean by that. Right now I am a beginning entrepreneur. My brothers and I have a couple different little things going, and I am going to turn what I have going right now into the life that everybody dreams about. And I am going to help you do the same while I do this. You see, most people think that the time to put up a how-to and the time to teach people is when you're there, but the best way to learn is to learn together. And the best way to have a journey is hand in hand. So I'm going to be putting out things that I'm learning and things that I've learned and tips that have changed my life completely. In a year since I started this whole thing, this whole trip down here, I'm not from Maine. I'm actually from Northfield, Vermont, a small town with a nice little military college. I'm from the trees and the mountains, and I am now living down here on the coast among these beautiful houses, big mansions, and I'm on the coast and the sand and the whole nightlife and all that. And I'm going to tell you how I get here, how you can get here, and how you can, build and do and have and be anything that you want, because it's easy. And I'm going to give you a couple shortcuts. I'm going to catch you up to speed, and we're going to go from there. And I hope that you learn a lot and that you have some laughs, and that you and I ultimately will become friends. I don't know you. I don't know, where you're seeing this. I don't know what you have going on in your life, but I'm going to help you. And I want to do that because, somebody did this for me a long time ago. A few mentors whom I've never met took the time to put their lives out there and inspired me to change and grow and to have and to become. And I want to do the same for you, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait till I have the Lamborghini right here and until I own that house, and I don't want to wait, because I don't think that that's the way you should do it. I think that more valuable lessons will come from watching me stumble, and you guys are going to pick up on things, where I mess up or where I do great. I can give you shortcuts, and you don't have to do that, because the way our generation is, the internet and information and all that, we can leapfrog. And how's it going? And we can help each other, because that's, we're all in this together. It doesn't take one person to build a house. You have plumbers and electricians, and you have guys to do the foundation and people to put the roof on. And it doesn't take one person to build a company, because someone has to answer calls and do checks, and somebody else has to do the work, and other people have to manage and check out jobs. And it doesn't take one person to make an economy, or to make a world, to make a state, to make a sports team. It doesn't do that. It takes all of us. Each of us need all of us, and all of us need each of us, and that whole thing. So I want to make a commitment to you, to myself, and to anyone else who's in this sort of situation where their life isn't what they want it to be, and they know that there's more out there and that they can do more, and they just don't know how to start, and they don't know where to go, and they don't know what they should even do, or if it's even possible. And I'm going to tell you that it's possible. Everything you've ever wanted to do, if you want to start a business, if you want to have a family, if you want to get fit, you want to make a sports team, you want to live in a big house by the ocean, you can have that. And it's easy. It's easy. And I'm going to show you how. And we're going to do it together. It's going to be a good time. So now that that's over, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in a really great family. I had an awesome family. I drew a good straw on that. My parents, Rodney and Teresa, my father worked in the granite industry his whole life, pounding rock, making headstones, mausoleums, and all this other stuff, and he became a taxidermist, actually, full-time shortly after that. My mother is something else. My mother is a cancer survivor. She is an incredible woman. She works on she's on the Board of Fish and Wildlife for Vermont, so she helps regulate and protect and conserve Vermont's wildlife, and she's awesome. She works for the state. She does testing and whatnot, and she has had a daycare and worked in banks and did all of this crazy stuff. And she also works with my father full-time in their shop back home in Vermont. I have 3 brothers, Chris, Ryan, and Casey. Casey, Ryan, and I all live together. We moved to Maine together. Casey and I started a tree service 3 years ago. And it's been a crazy ride. We decided that, we didn't want to work for somebody else. And profits are better than wages, which, if you have a pad and pencil, you might want to write that down, that you will make more money for yourself than you will make working for somebody else most of the time. Because when somebody's subbing you out for $80 an hour but they pay you 10, instead you can do that yourself, and just because you already know how to do it, you might as well turn that around and do it for yourself and start something and employ people, and make a legacy instead of helping somebody build theirs, which isn't a bad thing. And if you want to do that, you totally can. But we decided that wasn't what we wanted to do. We wanted to make our own hours. We wanted to have time to fish and time to enjoy life and time to explore and travel and move, and the freedom. That's really what we are after, is the freedom to create our lives as we want to, and the ability to help others do the same. Ryan joined us. We moved down, and now we have the tree service in Maine, but we also started a sharpening company. Our companies are called Top Branch Tree Service and AccuEdge Sharpening Service. So we do carbide saw blades, planer blades, barber shears, clipper blades. Mower blades, if it has an edge, we sharpen it. We do knives for Williams-Sonoma. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. It's a big kitchen supply franchise. And we're the best at what we do. And our particular business philosophy is we always give more to our customers than we take from them. And that's kind of a unique thing so far. We're willing to go the mile, and we want to keep it that way. For a modest price, you get excellent service, excellent product, and a relationship, because we want to build a relationship with our customers. We don't want them to just be clients, take their money, do the work, and send them down the road. We don't want that. We want them to be friends. We want them to be someone that we grow with and that we can share and help out in more ways than one. So if they're looking for a tree guy, they call us. And in the future, if they're looking for somebody else, or if we can help them with anything, we want to be able to do that, because it's all of us together. Without our clients and without everyone who uses us, we couldn't have and do and be what we want. We need all of you, and we need all of them, and it's the same thing that goes with everybody. And so we're expanding these 2 businesses, and we're going to grow into a bunch of different things as well. And actually, I'm gonna find a spot where I can sit down and talk to you a little bit better. Let's go. You want to go in the ocean? Let's go sit on some rocks. And we learned a lot of things in business, and a lot of philosophies, and we met a lot of people and a lot of things of what not to do, and we messed up a bunch of times. But it's all a learning curve. We're still young. Casey's 25, or about to be 26. Ryan's 27, and I'm 22. And we're kind of we have a golden opportunity here in the United States to it's a free market. You get to do what you want. You can kind of build whatever you're looking for, and there's tons of assets. The internet alone is insane, and that's how you're seeing me right now. It's like, you don't even have to talk to me. I can hang out with you all I want. But see, this is gonna be uncut, and I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm just gonna talk, and hopefully I don't take up too much of your time. But stay with me, stay with this whole thing, and I'll make it worth your while, I promise. And so what I decided out of all of this, this growth that we're doing, all the people that we've seen that I owe a lot of my success to, people like Jim Rohn, a business and personal development philosopher that passed away 2009. Tai Lopez. I don't know if you guys have seen his commercials, the Lamborghini in my garage guy. You know, Tai, I actually learned a lot from him. The whole book thing, the philosophy and all that. I listened to a lot of his stuff and I liked it. And that's how I actually found out all of this. Was he had a video of his Lamborghini, and you know, he was saying things that I wish people had told me before, and I was just looking at it because I like the car. And he said some things that stirred me, and then that brought me to another person and another person and another person, and I picked up all these different philosophies and all these little tidbits of information that I learned from their experience, things that I didn't have to mess with. You know, like it took him how many years to build his empire? Same with Jim Rohn. His fortune, his influence, I can build that in half the time or even less, because I've collected all their information way faster than they did. And now you get to do the same thing from me and all the people who influenced me. So it's kind of this giant chain, and that's what I'm looking for from you. I'm going to give you my knowledge, give you my experience. I'm going to give you all of my assets and everything I have. I'm going to give you it all. I'm going to share my story with you, and I'm going to take you to the top with me. I'm going to bring you freedom, you know? I want to help inspire you and maybe show you some ways that you can change your life and make it what you want. Because the whole stuck in the 9 to 5 and stuck doing what you don't want to do, and you just don't know where to go. You know, someone taking advantage of you, or you know, you're just not happy and not fulfilled, and you're looking for something more. I'm telling you that we can do it. And the best way to do something, like I said, is together. At least that's what I believe. And the only thing I need from you is for you to hit subscribe. That is it. Because I want to build a network of people like you and I. People who want to change, and people who don't want to grow something and get all of this at the expense of another. I think that we could all lift each other, and a rising tide lifts all boats. You know, if I grow and I change and I become a good person who invests in other people and takes the time and picks trash up off the street, throws it in a can, because I hold a higher responsibility to myself and to all of you. Because I know that it's just not me living here. You know, everything I do affects you, whether it's directly or indirectly, you know. And that matters. And I don't want to be a person who forgets how connected I am to you and how connected you and I are to the rest of them. And if this is something that you want to do, just hit subscribe. That's all you have to do. I will keep putting videos on. I will keep showing you things. I will literally take you from where I am now. We'll go buy a mansion together. You and I will buy a sports car together. We're going to go on vacations together. I'm going to bring you along in everything that I do. I'm going to take you. I promise to you that I'm going to make the most of myself, and I'm going to help you do whatever you want to do. So just hit subscribe, hit like if you want to. Go down to the comment strip below and say I'm in. And you and I will change. We're going to change business, and we're going to change, you know, we're going to change the world. We're going to change how you live. I'm going to help you. Say, you know, message me. Say what's got going on. Ask me for some tips. I'm telling you, I know people and I know things that will help you. And I know that you know, and I'll probably do the same. I'll be like, hey, I came across this. What do you think I should do? You know, because your words and your wisdom is just, and experience is just as valuable as mine. You know, you have just as much to offer as I do. And I'm telling you, I'm no one special. You know, got 2 businesses going. Things are kicking butt. I make my own schedule. I do whatever I want to do. I decide my income right now. You know, I went from a $10 an hour construction job to making $30 an hour cutting trees part-time. And I went to high school. I have no formal business training. I am 100% self-educated. Just collecting tidbits of information, doing research, you know, books and YouTube videos like this, and you know, listening to other people, and you know, seeing what they do, whether it works or not, and determining that, processing and trying it. You gotta try things and be willing to take a risk, because with risk comes reward. You know, a lot of people get stuck in security, but they're not getting much for their security. You know, you may have a corporate job that pays you, you know, 18 bucks an hour. You're doing pretty good. You're in a cubicle and whatnot, and it's always going to be there. That paycheck will always be there, but it's not what you want to do. It's not what you think that you're destined to be. It's not what you want out of your life. It's not the legacy you want to leave behind, is that you helped somebody else make millions while they paid you pennies. You know? So I think that you and I are going to have something good, and the worst case scenario is that you learn what not to do. You listen to some of my words, and even if it doesn't work for you, you can watch me stumble, watch me rise, and determine what you'd like to do. You know, I'm here to help you the best I can, and we'll go from there. I have a bunch of other videos. This is not the first video I've done. I've been documenting things for a while now. You know, like, hey, this is our new shop, and I'm gonna have all those, and I'll post some of those, and I'm also gonna, I think I'm gonna build a website too. That way we can all have a giant place for us to connect. You know, let's make a network, and let's make like a family of people who want to change their lives and who are gonna help each other. This organization, this network that's gonna do good things. And I want to do charity. I want to change things, because I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with where I am. I'm not satisfied with where you are, and I know that you can be and do and have more than anybody else. I know that you have potential. You do. Whether you think it or not, I believe in you, and I know that you can do great things. And if I can help you in any way, I say, hey, I was part of their ascent to greatness. Because we all have it within us. We all have the same ability to achieve anything. And you don't let anyone tell you any different. But no person ever did anything great by themselves. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah, Jesus, you know, any kind of idol that you may have, or anyone that you look up to, they didn't do it by himself. You think Michael Jordan won anything by himself? No, it takes a team. You know, all these great people, they didn't do it by themselves. It takes all of us. And they're no different or more special or more talented than you or me. Well, we can all do it, but you just have to take that leap. You got to do something, and it starts with a small discipline. It takes one little thing to turn your entire life around like that. Mine was, you know, reading books. Everybody said, hey, anyone who did anything great wrote it down in a book, and I said, hey, what if that's true? What if I learned something that saved me 5 years of pain, 5 years of struggle? You know, Casey went to college. He went to University of Maine in Orono. And he's like, Taylor, I didn't learn anything about my degree for the first 2 years. And it's like, Orono is not that cheap of a school. I think it was like 40 grand or 50 grand a year in between that. $50,000. Spent $100,000 and didn't really learn anything. That's nuts. All my friends are actually just graduated college, and almost like very few of them have any jobs and whatnot. And it's like, I don't want that. I knew that I could have the opportunity to make $150,000 in 4 years, or I could spend $150,000 in 4 years. And it's like, all my classmates, they're all going to do great things, and I'm going to help them. Because they're all really good people, and I know them, and I like them. They're all my friends, and if I can do anything to help them, I'm going to. But I have to have something to give, and that's what this journey is. This journey that you and I are on right now. Hey, you might be one of my classmates. Hello. I don't care where you are, what you got going. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you an access to everyone that I know. You know, in the last year of us building our companies here, we've met some great people and some really serious business and very wealthy people who have done very good for themselves and are good people. You know, none of this kind of typical businessmen where they squash people and they cut corners and they make people work these terrible jobs in order to make a lot of money. No, we don't promote that business. We interview our clients. We interview our friends. And it's like, if you don't meet our criteria, we're not going to hook you up with our people. We don't want that. We're not going to promote a business that isn't good, that doesn't have a good philosophy for the people that it serves. There's no point in that. It's not what we want. It's not in our world. Seems friendly? I have no idea who he is. I'm going to post a lot of things, and I want you guys to stick with it. And I want you to let me know what you got going on. And I'm going to help you, seriously. I'm not kidding. There's no strings attached. I don't have any programs to sell you. You know, I don't have anything. that you need to buy. I don't have none of that. You know, I'll probably put up a website and whatnot just so I can condense all of this to make it easier to find and easier to access, and let the people who watch this access each other as well. Because I want it to be a group and a network and a kind of a community. That's what I want. I don't want it to be just you guys listening to me rant about what I got going on. I don't want that, because that's not the purpose. The purpose is for me to link up with like-minded people, and for you to use my knowledge and use my experience and my expertise and the things that I know to help you. So here are my goals. I'm going to be 100% committed to me and you. I'm going to give it out right now. Here's the secret. I am going to own a Lamborghini. I am going to have 2 houses. One, vacation. I haven't decided what. Somewhere coastal like this. But I'm going to have another one that's, lots of land, homegrown, just a good place to raise a family. I'm going to get married. I'm going to build something that helps millions of people every year. Millions. Food, education, the world. We have never had an opportunity like we have now. We've never had the resources. We've never had the energy and the intelligence and the connectivity. Yet people still starve to death every single day. Kids are starving, and people are uneducated and still oppressed. And, still the basic necessities of survival, some people don't know if they're going to have that. And it's like the rest of us are doing pretty good. And it's like the more you have, the more you have to give, and the more you give, the more you receive. That's how it works. For everything, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If you give something, you're going to get something back. Guaranteed. That's why when you high-five somebody really hard, it doesn't just hurt their hand, it hurts yours. What you do to yourself, you do to others. And what you do for others, you do for yourself. It's all a symbiotic relationship. We all help each other out. And I want to get you, if you want to live in a place like this, I want to get you there. Because what I want for myself, I want for you. That I know that if I do something for me, I do it for you. And that what I do for you, I do for myself. And even if it's just you and me, even if it's only one person who checks this out, if it's just you, you're the one person that needed to hear me. That's it. It's all for you. So here's what I think we should do. You and I get in contact. I'm not out to steal nothing. I don't want anything from you. I just want to help you. Because I know that it helps me if I help you. And if we all help each other, what kind of a world would this be? Right now, it's not what we want. We all know that. Everybody says the world's not good. It's not good enough. People don't do enough for each other. Let's change that, you and me. And it starts with a subscribe, and it starts with a comment. Hopefully you and I will be friends for a long time. And I'm not gonna give up on you, and I'm not gonna give up on me. And hold me to it. You hold me to this. Go ahead. Put my nose to the grindstone. You say, hey Taylor, how much money are you making? Hey Taylor, what do you have in your bank account? Hey Taylor, what do you drive? Go ahead. I am exactly like you. Guarantee it. Right now, this shirt, like $5. These jeans, $30. I'm not wearing shoes. I have shoes. They're work boots. They're actual steel toe boots. I drive a 91 F-150. It's red. It's got like 130,000 miles on it, but I wouldn't know. The odometer doesn't work. I have a motorcycle. I actually have 2. And we're starting to come into it though. Money's starting to flow. We have a lot of spare time. It's Saturday. I had a bunch of calls for work this morning. Literally one guy called me up this morning, and he has a tree job that he wants to look at, and he has some stuff that he'd like to have sharpened. I met him last year on my motorcycle. I drive around and I tell everyone about our businesses on my bike. I get paid to ride my motorcycle. And it's all setting things up to your benefits. There's all these little tips and tricks and things that you can do to help incorporate what you want to do into what you have going right now. And you don't have to just peel off from your job and just start a business. You don't have to do that. You work full-time at your job, and you work part-time on your fortune and on your legacy, and that's what you can do. It doesn't take much. It's cake. Dude, I'm 22. I don't have a college degree. I have no formal training at all. I just read some books, watched some videos, a little while later, 2 businesses going. I'm about to go out and buy a car. I'm changing apartments. Actually, I want to look at it 3. You know, it's like 2 o'clock, so I have an apartment to go look at that I'm going to be moving into maybe with my girlfriend. And try not to get run over by trucks that don't like me walking in the road. But so I just have a few little things to add, and then we're done. And you can go back to whatever it is you're doing. I appreciate, you know, I really appreciate you coming this far with me. And my gift to you, as you're giving to me right now, is that I'm gonna help you. You know, if you got a channel or whatever, let me know. I'll go like it. I'll go support you. I'll subscribe to your stuff, because you know, it's about helping each other. I'll show you my truck. Actually, I'm about to get going right now. I gotta go. I need something to drink. It's hot, 75 degrees. Gingers, nah, not fans of the sun. We're not. But I'm sure there might eventually be another ginger watching there. Gingers unite. I might cut that out. That was kind of lame. But here we are, and so here it is. My commitment to you. I'm gonna grow our businesses, and I'm gonna start this, and you and I are gonna be the founders of something great, something that helped a lot of people. Because we have things to give. I know you got ideas, and I know you have skills, and I know you have dreams. And what will it make of you if you come with me? You know, the reason for getting $1 million is not to have $1 million, is to see what it makes of you in order to get it. What do you have to do? Who do you have to change into? What kind of philosophies and businesses and things do you have to interact with? And what do you have to become in order to get $1 million? What does a millionaire do? What do they eat? What do they drink? Where do they sleep? Everybody, this is my truck. Little rust. Did some body work on it. See, I don't drive a Lamborghini yet. I don't live in a mansion yet. I don't have $1 million bank account yet, but I will. And I'm gonna help you do it as well. I'm gonna help you get everything that you want. Let's do it. So message me, get things going, and I'll introduce you to my brothers. I'll introduce you to our businesses. I'll bring you around. I'll bring you some business meetings. I'll show you how we do things, some things we listen to, and I'm gonna keep these vlogs going. All you gotta do is subscribe and check them out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have questions. You know, if you have a particular thing that you wanna get working on, or a particular business, or if you have an idea and you don't know what to do with it, or if you're looking for something and don't know where to find it, you know, if you're looking like you wanna do something, you wanna have something, what are the first steps? I can help you. I know that. Startups are my cake. They're my bread and butter. I know how to get going. And as I learn things, I'm going to share them with you. I'll be like, hey guys, don't do this. Or hey guys, check this out. It might be worth your time. You might receive some benefit from it. But, all right, everybody. Like, subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side. If it's just you and me, we'll do this together. Let's kick some butt. All right, guys. I'll let you know if I get the apartment or not, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit farther away from where I want to be, but all right. Let's do it. Taylor out. See ya.